Hi, everyone. All right, had to restart because let's hope this works. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I had to restart because I just couldn't get the volume, hope this works. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't get the volume working, the mic working. So here we are. Monday. I'm trying now to do some lives in the evening to catch people later in the evening instead of only in the morning. I'm testing things out a bit. So today I wanted to talk about how to build an audience using Facebook of your ideal clients. And I want to start with this kind of a diagram. Because if you know the lay of the land of what it looks like out there in all the different social media places, you will see how you need to start moving people around, okay? And how you move people around, if you worked with me, is you do it through an invitation, okay? So let's just look at this diagram. I don't know, can I blow it up more? Remove from screen, full screen layout. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. There we go. Let's see if that works for you, though. If you're just hopping on, say hi. This is StreamYard, so you got to give them permission so I can see who you are. And you just click on that little blue link, and it gives permission, and you are good to go. So go ahead and say hi so I see you're below. And let's just go over this diagram. I love diagrams. It just makes things so much easier. So let me just point out what we've got here. In the pink boxes down here are Facebook groups, and I have 1 through 7, and know that there are 600 million Facebook groups, okay? I can only fit 7 on a page, but these are just all the different groups, okay? Where your ideal clients are hanging out, right? They're in there. They're looking for solutions. They're interested in there. They're in these groups, okay? And I'm going to come back to that in a minute. This blue box here is representing your personal page, your profile page. This is where you have, up till now, if you haven't been using it for a business, the front of your store, this is where your family and friends are hanging out, okay? And you can have up to 5,000 friends in those slots, in your friends slots on your personal page, okay? Once you hit 5,000, it then you either have to remove people to add people on is the way, or it just really becomes people just follow you and they don't become your friends. But in the case of building your business online, we're going to say those 5,000 friends slots, we're going to convert those into ideal client spots, okay? Because I'm going to come back to this as well. That's where you're going to attract people to you. You're going to invite people from other groups into your personal page, okay? Because when you invite from here, the invitation, when they say yes, means that they are landing here first, okay? They do not land in your Facebook group unless you give them the link to your Facebook group, okay? So you want to look at changing this over and using it as like the front of your store, the front of your house, where you're inviting people into, warming them up to you until you get to a point where you are opening up a Facebook group and moving people into them. Now, you might say that you have a business page. What is a business page all about? Okay, that's over here in the dark blue. Business pages, you need one. Okay, you need one for credibility. Okay, so set it up, fill out all the questions, give some data there about your business, who you help, what kind of problems you solve. Be sure to do all that, okay? But just know that you have to pay to play on Facebook business pages. What do I mean? You have to spend money on advertising to push it out to people that like that business page or to attract people over to your business page. Okay, so what we've done over the last 4 years is done a workaround. And the workaround is converting your personal page here to the front, let's say your storefront. So people are invited from Facebook groups into your storefront. And then as you warm them up here, provide value, post, go live, educate, inspire, motivate. And then once you get a group of people, at least 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 of your ideal clients on your personal page, you then open up a Facebook group. Okay. And then you invite people over to your Facebook group. And you might say, well, that's crazy. And the reason why we do that in my program is because nobody wants to be the first one in a Facebook group. This allows for, once you start inviting from 1,000, you're going to have at least 300 people go over. Okay. And then you'll get some engagement going. Otherwise, it's one by one, by one, by one, maybe a few at a time, but people don't hang around if nothing's going on there. This is the way to, when you open your Facebook group, it will be full with at least 300 people. Okay. Right away. Or within, 2 months, that type of thing. Okay. So that's what we do here. And what you want to do is invite people that are on your business page to your Facebook group. You want to move everyone from all your other social media platforms, invite them over to your Facebook group. Why do I say that? It is so much easier if you are just starting out to work in one platform, one social media platform. Okay. Plus email. So if you have a bunch of people over here in LinkedIn, or you have a bunch of people over in Instagram, move them over here, because it's really a lot to take on learning the dynamics of Facebook to then start spinning an Instagram platform and then a LinkedIn platform. Okay. Highly recommend just master Facebook and then start adding other platforms, because once you get what marketing is and what it consists of, it pretty much is, you can duplicate it on other social media platforms, just knowing the nuances to the platform. Okay. So in the beginning, we invite anyone who's on these other platforms saying, I have this great Facebook group. It's exclusive. It's for coaches who want to grow their business on Facebook. Would you be interested? And we invite people over to our Facebook group. Okay. Also, if you have an email list, invite people from your email list over to your Facebook group. Okay. Just, there's more of a community there instead of out there in email land all by themselves. Not that many people will open up their email. I mean, you still want them on your email because you are going to want to grow your list, your email list from people. When they enter your group, you want to ask them, if they want a free resource from you in exchange for their contact information. And so you can build your list and you continue to market over there. And you definitely want to grow an email list, because basically we are just renting space on Facebook. Okay. We don't own these platforms. So you don't want to wake up tomorrow in your Facebook group that has 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 people in there, and you have no way to reach them if for some reason your account gets shut down. So you definitely want to be growing an email list, another way to reach out to people, educate them, motivate them, inspire them, showing that you're an authority in your field. Okay. And then promote your offers too. All right. So how do you do this? So basically what you want to be doing out here in Facebook groups is identify which groups out of the 600 million your ideal clients will be hanging out in. And the best way to do that is to actually, in the search bar, put in some keywords that if you were your ideal client, okay, you're stepping into their shoe, what keywords would I put up in the search bar that would help me solve the problem that I have, of which you have the solution to. Okay. You're not the only one. Hopefully you are not the only one paving the way with the solution to the problem. Okay. You want what we call competition, although they're not really competition, just that you know that there is a market for what you're selling. Okay. And so you want to find who else is doing what you're doing. What other Facebook groups could you get into? The larger is better rather than smaller. Okay. And you get in there and you start getting visible. And what do I mean by visible? There's a couple of things you do. If you're just hopping on, say hi, give StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard, so give StreamYard permission so I can see you and say hi. And let me just refresh this so I can see. Hi, Katrina, and see who else is on here. Okay, so you want to find in the beginning 3 to 5 to 7 Facebook groups. Any more than that is really too much in the beginning. And what I would do is pin those Facebook groups to the top. So you have them in the top of all your other Facebook groups so that you can see them easily. You don't have to scroll down your list to find them because most people have 50, 100, 200 Facebook groups. So you want to move the ones that you're going to be working in to the top. All right. You go into these Facebook groups now and you start watching and listening what is happening in there and start getting visible. And how do you get visible in a Facebook group with somebody else? You start answering questions. You start providing information. You start, reacting to what's going on, both the person who posts and other people's comments. What you do not want to be doing is promoting your services. Okay. You just want to be networking, getting to know people. Okay. And the best way to do this is for about 15 minutes a day. You're just getting visible and you're just getting to know people. Then you want to, those people that respond to you, I would invite them to be my friend. Okay. Or I would vet them first. So you click on their name, you go to their profile page and you look at their profile page and you see, would this be a perfect ideal client for me? All right. And if it is, invite them to be your friend. When you invite them to be your friend, they're going to go over here, your personal page. Okay. That's why in our program, we optimize our personal page and set it up like the front of our store. Okay. We transform the banner into a real estate, like a billboard of what you do. So when people are checking you out, they see, oh, Dallas is a coach to coaches. She helps coaches build their business online using Facebook. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do I need that? Yeah. Do I want to be her friend? Yeah. Click. Okay. So you want to be optimizing things. Okay. And you want to do that. You want to be inviting, build up to inviting about 50 people a day. Okay. Now, 50 people a day are not going to accept your invitation. First of all, not everybody is on Facebook every day. Okay. So someone that you invite today may not respond to it until the weekend, until they have time to go through their Facebook. So that's number one. Number two is it's a funnel. Marketing, all of marketing is a funnel. Okay. So you want to fill the top of the funnel with a lot of people. And as they get closer to you, moving from group to your Facebook personal page, to your Facebook group, to actually your paid offer, a paid group, the number of people that raise their hand and say yes will get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. That's why it's a funnel in marketing. All right. So that's why you want to fill the pipeline or the top of the funnel with at least invite 50 people a day. Okay. So that looks like you're inviting, if you work 5 days a week, 250 people a day. Not nearly that amount of people will say yes. Okay. But let me give you a tip here. You want to build up to it. You do not want to start inviting 50 people a day or Facebook's going to shut you down thinking that you're a robot. So you start slow. You start 10 in the morning, 10 at night. Then tomorrow you do 12 in the morning, 10 at night. Then the next day, 12 and 12 until you get up to 50, and that you could do actually 50 invites in one sitting. Okay. But it'll take you time to get up to that. So don't push it. Don't rush it, slow build over time, but within 2 weeks, you'll be up to 250 a day. All right. And just know that less people will say yes. Okay. But they're going to check you out. They're going to go to your personal page and check you out, maybe even your business page before they say yes. Okay. So you want to be sure that you have posts on your personal page, right, that solve problems, that talk about the why someone has the problem that you solve. Give some case stories, histories, studies on it. You want to be inspirational, motivational, okay? You definitely want to be solving problems and planting seeds in these people's heads that have now landed on your personal page, that you are an authority in what you do and that you actually can solve their problem. Now, remember, people are in different, they're this is called, when somebody comes to you, they may not even know they have a problem. All right. And so that's kind of a cold person. You need to warm them up. And by them seeing your content day after day, week after week, week after week, they're thinking, oh, I need to solve that problem. Not everyone will want to solve the problem right away. Okay. They may want to warm up to you. They need to get to know you. They need to know that they can trust you. They need to see some testimonials, those sorts of things before they say yes. But you move them here. You want to have content here before, and make sure that you have a ton of engagement on your personal page. And if you don't have a ton of engagement on your personal page, you're not going to have much engagement on your group page. So you definitely want to work here first, manage one plate spinning before you start opening up a group. Okay. It'll be so much easier if you follow this system. Okay. And then open up a group, because what you don't want to be doing is trying to create content for two areas, two platforms at the same time when you haven't mastered one. Okay. Keep it simple. Keep it simple in the beginning. All right. What you can do here is start seeing who is responding to your post. Get them into Messenger. Start having conversations with them over there. Find out more about them. Find out, where they're at in solving the problem. Okay. So that's how it's work. And once you get them over here to your Facebook group, you even amplify it more. Hey, Claudia, nice to see you. You amplify it more. The solving of problems is more specific over here in the group. You're doing much more with the people there. You may be doing a workshop, a challenge, a boot camp. You may be doing master classes in there. There's much more of a community, a culture created there, because it's like a closed group. Okay, just think of like a book club, right? But it's a closed group of people with all have the same problem or similar problem of which you can solve. So you want to be solving problems and working with people. And that's where you promote your offers, your courses, your services. And once they say yes and they buy, then you open up another group. Most people do, to have another community of support in a paid closed group. Okay. So that's how you move people through. Now, I've kind of set down these 6 daily tasks that are really important to build your audience and start to warm people up to you. Becoming visible, priming your feed, post on your news feed, identifying who your ideal clients is in those Facebook groups, and then acknowledging people and getting into and making comments and things like that, and creating a worksheet for you. So if this is something that you haven't gotten already from me and you would like this, just mention worksheet below in the comments. And then I'll private message you, get your email, and get you signed up for it so that it's delivered right into your email. So if that's something you want, it is a daily, it's called my daily Facebook planner and a tracking worksheet. So most people, when they're, what I hear from my clients is they don't know what to do day to day. Okay. So this is great, because it tells you exactly how much time you should be spending on each activity. And I highly recommend that you use a timer. Okay. You want to be using a time. Hi, ciao. Give Facebook permission to see your name from StreamYard so I can see who's on. Hi, Tracy. Oh, that's Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Okay, great. So, use a timer. Otherwise, you get your focus will go off track and you'll be down another rabbit hole. Okay. And that's where Facebook really wants you. It doesn't want you to be focused on what you're doing. The best thing I have learned is to use a timer. Not only do I use a timer for tasks, specific activities and tasks, but I use a timer for appointments. So if I know an appointment is coming up, I set the timer 15 before so I remember, okay, because when you're building your business, many people have limited time to get things done, and yet you need ways to know that you've spent enough time on one activity, it's time to move to the next. Okay, so timer is great. Yes, Mary, we'll get you that planner for you. You didn't get it before? I wonder. So yeah, just use the timer on your phone, okay, for activities for sure. So guys, it's easy once you know what your offer is. The idea is to go out there and find your ideal clients. This is the whole thing is sifting and sorting through people. That's what it's all about. Sift and sort. You are inviting people over that you think are your ideal clients. They may be your ideal clients. They may not be your ideal clients. You know what? As you grow your personal page with ideal clients and you see that some people are not your ideal clients, you start to unfriend them. That doesn't mean that they're still not following you. Okay. They still are following you. All right. They don't know that you unfriended them, but you're making space for more people to come in. But that's when you're up to like 4,000 friends. Right now, when you can use all those spaces for ideal clients. So go out there, can get into Facebook groups where your ideal clients are at, warm up, start networking, start chatting with people over there, start answering questions, commenting on posts, reacting on posts, getting to know people, and start inviting those people you think would be an ideal client for you over to be your friend, and they will land on your personal page. So be sure you have about an hour's worth in the beginning of posts that are related to solving their problem on your personal Facebook page, which is the blue. Okay, the blue. All right, you guys. Do you have? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep, you're not there yet, Claudia. Right. We're not there yet. We'll get there though. So you guys, any questions before I wrap this up tonight? I just wanted to do something in the evening so I could catch people at the end of work or just at a different time zone rather than doing everything at 5 o'clock in the or 11 o'clock in the morning. Let's stop the screen share. There we are. Hey everyone. And otherwise, if you guys how much time do you suggest on a daily basis? You know what, Mary, you need for this one little activity, which is pretty much the front end of getting visible and building an audience. You need 90 minutes a day, hour and a half for these 6 tasks. 90 minutes a day. That does not include creating content. Okay. Does not. Okay. There is the front end things that you need to do. There are the content creation that you need to do. There is the qualifying that you need to do and converting those over into sales. Okay. Which is the most important piece, which is what most people avoid. Okay, they get stuck in the front end, but you've got to get your front end up and running, and then you can turn it over to a VA. A lot of it you can turn over to a VA. So, but about an hour and a half a day to get this up and running, this piece of it. All right. You're building a business. Most people, think of a brick and mortar. They're in their business like 16 hours a day. So this is not much for building a business online a day. You will probably be spending, the more you add to it, you'll be spending a lot more over time in your business. No, not 5,000 friends. I'd say about 1,500 to 2,000. So who is this? Give me, let me see who this just posted a question here. Let's see. Oh, it's Tracy. Tracy. Okay. I've been encouraged to start one that would stem from the summit that I am organizing and hosting to bring them in there. Do you have any suggestions about that? Well, a summit, generally you are getting the, you're using the contacts from all the people that are being your guest speakers. Yes. So are you going to launch it from a Facebook group, your summit? Because if you're doing it that way, that's a little different than you would want everyone in a Facebook group to actually get access to the Zoom, perhaps. Are you launching it from a Facebook group? I mean, that's one way you could do it. Yeah, and then you do personally invite them from your private page to your Facebook group. Yeah, and I do it one by one. One by one. People like to be acknowledged and tapped one by one. Nobody is, you write a post and say, join my Facebook group. Nobody's going to join. The only reason they join my Facebook group, all of you have joined my Facebook group, is because I said, I sent you a private message and I privately, individually sent you a message saying, this is what my group is about. Are you interested? And I don't send a link unless you said, yes, I am interested. Then I send a link. And then you do or you don't. So any more questions, Tracy? You know, Tracy, if you have more questions, we can certainly take it over to a messenger. So just DM me and we can pick it up over there or hop on a quick call. I'm open to that as well. All right, you guys, have a great rest. When personally inviting them, do you require an email to join or do something to qualify questions? Oh, yeah, those 3 questions, use them. So use the first question as a customer research question. Second question, use it how serious are they about solving the problem? And my third question is, here's a free resource in exchange for your contact information. So absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Who else is on? You're welcome, Mary. I hope you're well. Okay, you guys, have a great rest of your night, and I'm going to close out right now. Bye-bye.